Hello and welcome to Better Body Movement. This class is designed to help you start feeling well.
I have less pain, literally eliminate that pain.
I just feel better.
I can tell that my posture is changing.
Bright light in the day when we've done our workouts online.
Makes me feel so good about myself.
For the foot, we're going to be looking at 4 different layers of muscle tissue. We'll begin with the most superficial ones. This initial layer is where we will focus first, with the bulk of our work being done on the flexor digitorum brevis. On the inside of the foot near the arch and heel is the abductor hallucis, and on the outside near the heel, the abductor digiti minimi. The second layer is made up of the quadratus plantae and the lumbricals. The lumbricals are intertwined with the tendons of the flexor digitorum longus. The third layer of muscle tissue is important when concerning pain at the ball of the foot. Here, the focus is on the flexor hallucis brevis, flexor digiti minimi brevis, adductor hallucis, the oblique head, and the transverse head. We're going to begin our work with a lacrosse ball right next to the wall. Place your foot beside the wall and start with the lacrosse ball near the front of the foot or the ball of the foot. Slowly press your foot over the ball, moving the ball towards the heel. Once you reach the heel, continue your pressure directly into the tissue connecting to the heel. As you stand still with pressure, pull the toes up, then flex them down into the floor. Continue this process for 2 to 3 rounds. Then proceed to work on the ball of the foot, stopping incrementally to flex the toes and relax. This process should take anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes to work your way all the way back to the heel, stretching the fascia on the bottom of the foot. Be sure to use firm pressure as you flex the toes and pull them up. Be sure to breathe and relax as you work the ball towards the heel. Next, we're going to use a bouncy ball near the ball of the foot, in the arch, and near the heel. The point of this is to push with even pressure into the floor, allowing your foot to collapse or fold over the ball for 20 to 30 seconds. Then, lift your foot, move the ball to a new area, and begin to stand again with even pressure on both feet. Even pressure means do not lean away from the pressure, but keep the pressure on both feet for 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat this process 6 to 7 times all over your left and then right foot. You can work from the ball of the foot all the way towards the heel. Remember to relax and stand evenly on the ball. The final layer of muscle tissue is between the metatarsals, called the plantar interossei. These are small muscles, but powerful for squeezing the foot tight. Work each finger between each toe until you have reached the webbing. It may take you some time to get to this point because it is an extreme stretch. Regardless of how deep you get your fingers into your toes, create a squeeze on the ball of the foot, creating separation of the metatarsals. Begin to move the foot back and forth, creating a big stretch. You will continue this anywhere from 30 to 40 seconds. Using the fingertips, we will begin working the top of the foot. Bend the toes up and press your fingers between the toes up the foot toward the ankle. This will create greater relaxation of the muscles that hold the toes together. Repeat this process 6 to 7 times, then return to the pivoting motion back and forth on the ball of the foot. For the foot, we're going to be looking at 4 different layers of muscle tissue. We'll begin with the most superficial ones. This initial layer is where we will focus first, with the bulk of our work being done on the flexor digitorum brevis. On the inside of the foot near the arch and heel is the abductor hallucis, and on the outside near the heel, the abductor digiti minimi. The second layer is made up of the quadratus plantae and the lumbricals. The lumbricals are intertwined with the tendons of the flexor digitorum longus. The third layer of muscle tissue is important when concerning pain at the ball of the foot. Here, the focus is on the flexor hallucis brevis, flexor digiti minimi brevis, adductor hallucis, the oblique head, and the transverse head. We're going to begin our work with a lacrosse ball right next to the wall. Place your foot beside the wall and start with the lacrosse ball near the front of the foot or the ball of the foot. Slowly press your foot over the ball, moving the ball towards the heel. Once you reach the heel, continue your pressure directly into the tissue connecting to the heel. As you stand still with pressure, pull the toes up, then flex them down into the floor. Continue this process for 2 to 3 rounds. Then proceed to work on the ball of the foot, stopping incrementally to flex the toes and relax. This process should take anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes to work your way all the way back to the heel, stretching the fascia on the bottom of the foot. Be sure to use firm pressure as you flex the toes and pull them up. Be sure to breathe and relax as you work the ball towards the heel. Next, we're going to use a bouncy ball near the ball of the foot, in the arch, and near the heel. The point of this is to push with even pressure into the floor, allowing your foot to collapse or fold over the ball for 20 to 30 seconds. Then, lift your foot, move the ball to a new area, and begin to stand again with even pressure on both feet. Even pressure means do not lean away from the pressure, but keep the pressure on both feet for 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat this process 6 to 7 times all over your left and then right foot. You can work from the ball of the foot all the way towards the heel. Remember to relax and stand evenly on the ball. The final layer of muscle tissue is between the metatarsals, called the plantar interossei. These are small muscles, but powerful for squeezing the foot tight. Work each finger between each toe until you have reached the webbing. It may take you some time to get to this point because it is an extreme stretch. Regardless of how deep you get your fingers into your toes, create a squeeze on the ball of the foot, creating separation of the metatarsals. Begin to move the foot back and forth, creating a big stretch. You will continue this anywhere from 30 to 40 seconds. Using the fingertips, we will begin working the top of the foot. Bend the toes up and press your fingers between the toes up the foot toward the ankle. This will create greater relaxation of the muscles that hold the toes together. Repeat this process 6 to 7 times, then return to the pivoting motion back and forth on the ball of the foot.
Good morning. We are up and ready to go. I hope you are ready to go. We will be doing an upper body day, so make sure you have, if you have your bands, get those set and ready to go. If not, that's okay. We've got options for you to be able to work out without any sets of bands. If you are new here, welcome and thank you for joining. If you can, go ahead and subscribe to our channel here. It's going to help us continue to do this work and provide you with some free training that is absolutely exceptional. So we're going to try to help you move well, all right? Every day we go through our iDedicates and then a verse of the day just to get our mindset and in the right place before we do anything else. So praying for Lori's mom. Lori was a part of our class some while ago, but just busyness and everything that's going on. She's doing dialysis 3 times a week and running her. So praying for them. Ethan with his stage 4 liver and bile duct cancer. So young man with family and just got to be difficult to be going through that because it is a terminal diagnosis. So just a matter of time and what he's able to do with them. Who knows? We live under a big God who can do incredible things, so just continue to pray over him. My friend's wife, who was diagnosed with breast cancer, she's treating that naturally and trying to see change there. So Sky Toyne, again, by the end of this week, we're really nearing the 90-day point for her with the transplant, the bone marrow transplant. So that will be really good as she continues to do better and better. Pray for her coming off the medications and then against the graft versus host disease as she goes through that. And then praying for Daryl and Cheney still. Daryl, okay, no updates there, but that's just fine. We will pray for them all the while anyway. Our verse of the day, keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flow the springs of life. All right. From the overflow of the heart, the lips speak.
My heart.
Come on, heart. Stay awake. Let's go. All right, here we go. Here's the tools you'll need if you follow along with any one of these individuals. Jenny's going to run our basic. Jacob will do our intermediate. And then I'll be our advanced. So let's go ahead and get warmed up. Get those arm circles going. Again, remember, you want to be working through your shoulders as well, right? It's not just the fingers moving, okay? It's not just the arms. You want the shoulders actually kind of leading.
No eraser. It fell on the floor.
Take that, eraser. Judo chops. Okay. Very, very good. Okay, large circles. Again, make those shoulders go through the range of motion. So when your arms go back, take your shoulders way back. Right? When they go forward, take your shoulders way forward. Feel what your shoulders can do. That's why we put windows there, because we figured it'd be way more fun for the people using the machines to look through and watch. All right, good. Internal, external rotations. Again, use the shoulder blades, pinch back, and then roll forward, okay? Because right now what we want to see is what kind of effect can we have on the shoulder blades, and are we able to take and move those down and back? Because once we get into our upper body routine here, the whole point is to use your lats and pull your shoulder blades down and back. Okay, so we want to warm that up, get that muscle tissue firing. Right? Connect the brain to the muscle tissues right now. Make sure you're thinking through your movement as you go, compressing all the way through. Right, very good. Tall and tight, right? Core compressed as we march. Good movement through those legs. Okay, hip swings, remember, if you have spinal column issues, okay, like a spondylolisthesis, spondylitis, narrowing of the foramen is what it's called. You would know if you have that because you've heard it before. If you have that, don't swing your hips under your torso, okay? I don't want the whole torso and hips taking your spine and wringing it out like a sponge, right? Stabilize and brace your spine and then let the hip joint itself do the work of going in and out. Okay, so that's the more important thing. Just get the joint lubricated, right? We want good synovial fluid coming into that joint, creating a nice mobile area. Okay, make sure you get both legs working through it. Good. Hip flexor stretch again with your hip flexors. Remember the back leg should be nice and straight. Okay, so if my back leg is nice and straight, I don't want to be standing open like this. Okay, I want to close, what I say is close, point your hips straight forward. Lock your knee and then tuck your butt. That tuck is where you're going to feel the hip flexor really stretch. Okay, 1, 2. Pull that up, make the hip flexor fire, then do the other side. Again, we're not going to open the hips, keep them closed. Straight knee, tuck the butt, up, and switch, okay? Working through that. Very good. Remember, stay tall through this.
2, 1. Get ready to roll.
All right, here we go. So setting up for the exercise. If you don't have any bands, make sure you follow along with Jenny. You're going to want just a rag or a towel.
3, 2,
but
1.
remember,
Roll.
we want to hold our core just like we did yesterday, right? Create that core compression. And then today we're going to squeeze those glutes because we're trying to build a foundation that we can generate an impulse off of. So if that impulse now is a pull, we also want to take and pin those shoulder blades down and back. A lot of us are here naturally, right? So we want to fight against that and pull those shoulders down and back, right? All the while compressing the core and create a nice, tight pull, okay? Again, doing your best to connect the brain to the muscles.
Transition to chest press.
And to do that, if that sounds pretty foreign or vague, make sure you're thinking about how you're squeezing. That's the most important thing that we want to continue to work on.
Chest press.
Tall and tight. Compress that core, squeeze firm. Good, good, good. Again, stay tall. Pressing that core.
That's halfway.
You don't want your upper body shifting or transferring through the low back, right? So if I'm going to push, I don't want my spine to be arching when I push. When I push, I want my whole body to actually move. Okay, and we get that by compressing the butt cheeks,
1.
holding the core tight.
Transition to biceps curl.
Okay, bicep curls. Again, if you don't have bands, you can just go against yourself, palm to palm. And then imagine an almond between those hands and you're trying to crush that
2,
almond.
1. Biceps curl.
We're going to make some almond flour. So we can cook some cinnamon rolls. My wife made cinnamon rolls this weekend. Awesome. Love it.
That's
Good.
halfway.
Again, tall, 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 shoulder blades down and back. Remember to compress that core. So each one of those components, the butt, the belly, and the bra strap, right? We're always pinching those for good posture.
3, 2, 1. Transition to triceps overhead press.
Good. Triceps overhead. So if you have a band, awesome. If you actually are attached at home, I know some of you have them,
3,
and your
2,
elbows are up,
triceps overhead.
try not to shrug your shoulders to your ears, right? Try to let the shoulders come down and then create the extension, right? So our focus being, right, we want to extend and straighten and tighten that the back of the arm. So you're squeezing back here to
That's
make
halfway.
that elbow straight, right? So squeeze the back of that arm. Okay, play around with resistance if you need to. If you don't really feel the back of the arm working, get a little more resistance. Sometimes you just need a little bit more to feel that muscle really
3,
firing out.
2, 1. Transition to fly.
Good. Into the fly. Okay, remember, squeeze the elbows to your center.
3,
Okay, elbows to center.
1. Fly.
So you can imagine a beach ball in front of your chest. Right? You're trying to pop that beach ball with the elbows. I'm not worried about the hands coming together. Right? So I'm not hugging a barrel. I want to actually squeeze the elbows tight. You should really feel the front of your armpit
That's halfway.
actually squeezing underneath there. If you don't, play around with it. Pull the shoulders down, back, squeeze the elbows until you find that. Okay. Good compression. Again, core nice and tight.
3, 2, 1. Transition to pull apart.
Okay, pull apart. With the pull aparts, again, you can do external rotation if you want, right?
3,
So if we're
2,
going to do this,
1. Pull apart.
I want you to think, squeeze your elbows into your ribs. Okay, so as you go out, you're not pulling your elbows with it. Okay, you're not flying out. You want to pull those shoulder blades down back, lock the elbows in place, then create that external rotation. Good
That's
control,
halfway.
pressing, nice and tight. Good, ladies, all the way through. Remember, we're doing your best to connect right now. Brain to muscle. Is
3,
everything working?
2, 1. Transition to hammer curl.
Good. All right, hammer curls. Remember, this is thumbs up. Just changes the position of the biceps tendon, right? So if I change my hand position, it will
2,
change
1.
the position of that
Hammer
tendon.
curls.
Right? So then we actually engage a different part of the bicep because bi meaning two, you have two different heads that run through your arm. So by changing the position of the wrist, we can actually change which bicep head is working. For those who think, yeah, why do we do the same thing?
That's halfway.
Good. Tall, tall, tall. Compress that core. Remember, butt, belly, bra strap. Tight, tight, tight. Again, doing your best there.
3, 2, 1. Transition to tricep press down.
Okay, good. Tricep press downs. Get yourself set in place. Again, shoulders. Pull them down,
3,
down, 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 down.
2, 1.
Then extend
Tricep
your arm.
press down.
Right? Straightening the arm. The backs of the arms should be really tight and pulling into your ribs again, right? So I like to go thumbs out just a bit, right? We don't want to rotate the thumbs in towards each other. Try to pull them out. Drive those elbows straight. Again,
That's halfway.
tall. Butt, belly, bra strap, right? Squeeze the butt cheeks, pinch a penny nice and flat. With the belly, you're getting punched in the stomach. Squeeze your shoulder blades like you're trying to unclip the bra strap. And then you should have
3,
perfect posture.
2, 1. Rest.
Awesome. All right. Very, very good work. So that's round one. Remember now for rounds 2, 3, 4, as we go through this, you can choose your style of training. Okay, styles of training would include neurological, that's very slow and controlled, making sure you really think and connect the brain to the muscle tissue.
That's
If you
halfway.
notice you're doing it wrong, correct it and move on. Then the next one, you can do strength training. Add resistance. Do more resistance through it. That's going to help build muscle. And then we have cardio, where we do more repetitions, right? So try to get more out of your exercises. If you want to be really crazy, you can do strength and cardio.
Get ready to roll.
Stretch the bands more and move faster. Okay, doing your best to get all the way through the
1.
movement.
Row.
Okay, good rows. Make sure you stay up nice and tall. Again, lock the shoulders in place. Drive the elbows into the ribs. Pinch nice and tight. Remember, this is like the orange behind the armpit. You want to drive your arms to squeeze that orange and create some orange
That's
juice.
halfway.
Okay. Make some good orange juice. Very good.
3, 2, 1. Transition to chest press. 3, 2, 1. Chest press.
Okay, very good. Remember, squeeze to the center of the chest. Again, you want the pec, or the front side of the armpit this time, to really fire. You're driving your elbows straight, keeping the
halfway.
shoulders down and back. We don't want to be, rolling the shoulders forward to try to push. You still want to be in that tall, upright position. Right? Because everything here, your body is a series of levers. You want the best leverage. And the way to get the best leverage without pain and without causing dysfunction is to create stable
Transition to
environments.
biceps curl.
I like the idea of the teeter-totter. Right? There's a lever, but it needs a solid fulcrum to
3,
create
2,
a movement.
1. Biceps curl.
Because if it was a spring underneath a teeter-totter, the whole thing would be wobbling and break so easily. Okay, again, tall and tight, compressing
That's
that
halfway.
core. Again, like you're getting punched in the stomach, right? So someone's about to sock you in the stomach. Hold, brace, tight. So think like core day yesterday. Right? That's the whole point of training core. The way that we do it is you can use that now, apply it through everyday movement.
1. Transition to triceps overhead press.
Good. Triceps up overhead. Then stay out of the turtle shell. We don't want the shoulders coming up as we
3,
push.
2, 1.
Always
Triceps
locked in
overhead.
place. Okay, and two, especially at home for you guys who maybe can't see what's going on as far as your own body or have someone tell you what's going on, a mirror is a fantastic way to see what your body's doing, right? So if you've got one of those closet mirrors, something like that, just
That's
to check,
halfway.
right? If I'm doing this, right, I might not even notice that my shoulder's elevated until I look in a mirror and go, oh, whoops, there we go. Now I'm holding in place, okay? So mirrors are absolutely fantastic. That's actually the #1 reason mirrors are in
3,
gyms.
2, 1. Transition to fly.
And then somehow it turned into people just gawking at themselves because they're so great. I don't know how that happened.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Fly.
Okay, here we go. Good flies. Again, stay up tall through the shoulder blades, down and back. And squeeze your elbows to the center. Again, an orange right on the front side of the armpit. You want to squeeze that orange and then
That's
return back
halfway.
out. Squeeze the orange and then go back out. Good core compression. Butt cheeks nice and tight. Hold firm, firm, firm. Again, doing your absolute best.
3, 2,
Elbows,
1.
elbows, elbows.
Transition to pull apart.
Awesome. Pull apart. So again, you can go straight arm and pull, shoulders down and back, or external rotation,
2,
shoulders down and back.
1. Pull apart.
So what are we thinking about? Shoulders down. Always, always. Right? Butt, belly, bra strap, that should be a continual loop. Continue to think about that. Hold the penny between the cheeks. Compress your core to stabilize your spine.
That's
Then
halfway.
stabilize your shoulder blades. Right? Once you have all those stable factors, movement can now be placed where it's supposed to be within the joint. Right? So movement here is the actual shoulder joint, but yet the shoulder blade, the stomach, and the butt should
3,
all be stable.
2, 1. Transition to hammer curl.
Okay, hammer curls.
3, 2, 1. Hammer curls.
And stay tall all the way through it. Squeeze your core nice and tight. Butt cheeks holding firm. Again, you can change the tempos, you can change the speed, you can change
That's halfway.
the resistance. Okay? Whatever it is that you need, that's what you want to make sure that you're focused on. Okay? So I always think if if this is one of your first times going through this stuff, go slow, real slow. Control it. See if you can get everything
2,
firing that needs to
1.
fire
Transition to tricep press down.
while you create those movements. Okay. Triceps pressing down. Stay up
3,
nice and tall.
1. Tricep press down.
Good. Straighten those elbows. Pinch them tight to the ribs. Pushing down. Holding. And then coming back up. But again, do not let your shoulder blades change positions. Right? It should not be mobile stuff.
That's halfway.
Unless you're dancing. Right now we're not dancing. Reminds me of a friend I had in high school. Danny Austin. Always called him Dancing Danny. He was like 6'3", 250 pounds, and that
1.
kid could move.
Rest.
It was unreal. Unreal. Dancing Danny. He would get out and just, you didn't even know how on earth could a man that big move like that. It was awesome. Super fun. I don't know if he still moves like that, though. I think he's gotten even bigger.
That's halfway.
Well,
He's still around here.
double jointed like you are.
I think he might be around here. I haven't seen him in a long time. I do see one of my high school friends every so often. His daughter goes to Clear Creek, so we'll see him in exchange, which is pretty fun. All right,
3,
here we go.
1.
Round 3.
Get ready to row.
Right, round 3. Let's go around. So again, make up your mind what you're doing. Slow and controlled, strengthening, cardio,
3,
or crazy cardio.
2, 1. Row.
Okay, again, shoulder blades, and your movements, how fast you move, will change kind of the way that your body responds. Your shoulders might not want to stay in place if you move quickly, right? But still train it. Every single time those elbows get back, check your shoulders. Make sure they're still in the right
That's
position.
halfway.
It's kind of the point of changing tempos, right? So a tempo would be how quickly the elbows move back or how quickly they return forward. If I'm just going crazy like this and I have no idea of where my shoulders are in space, that's bad. We want to make sure we can hold those in place,
3,
then move
2,
quickly.
1.
Right?
Transition to chest press.
Okay, here we go. Good chest press. Again, thinking elbows popping the beach ball. Not worried about the hands coming.
3, 2,
Elbows.
1. Chest press.
Good. Here we go, ladies. Doing your best through. Working through it.
That's halfway.
Good. Do your best all the way through. Press that core again.
3,
Butt cheeks tight.
2,
You should be holding
1.
that spine firm.
Transition to biceps curl.
Okay, bicep curls. Again, this is palm up or forward. Okay, create a nice squeeze. Again, make sure your
3,
shoulders stay
2,
in position.
1. Biceps curl.
So we were telling ridiculous jokes this morning. So check this out. Tony, what has 4 wheels and flies?
A Hot Wheel?
No? Garbage truck, man.
That's halfway.
All right.
Very good. Stay tall. Recompress. Butt cheeks tight. Grab that penny firm, firm, firm. Squeeze that core.
3,
Pinch that bra strap.
1. Transition to triceps overhead press.
Okay, here we go. Good triceps overhead.
3,
Again, check your
2,
body position
1.
first.
Triceps overhead.
Squeeze those butt cheeks tight, compressing firm. Core really firm, compressing and holding. And especially if we happen to be doing overhead work, we don't want to be reaching backwards with our spine to try to get up. Okay? We want to
That's
hold
halfway.
and brace the spine, pinch the butt cheeks. That is going to give us a good compression and protect the spine. That's what we want, protect the spine.
3,
Good squeeze.
2, 1. Transition to fly.
Okay, fly, hands out wide. Again, as you squeeze towards your center, make sure nothing changes in your core.
3,
Okay?
2,
Butt, belly, bra strap,
1.
all apply.
Fly.
Do not want to be moving our back, trying to change position while we squeeze. And again, as a reminder, you could be picking different exercises, different styles. So whether it's Jacob, Jenny, or myself,
That's
we
halfway.
pick each one differently for each exercise. That's okay. But find a challenge. The whole point is that we find something that's challenging and then work into that challenge just a little bit. Okay, good, good, good.
3, 2, 1.
Awesome.
Transition to pull apart.
Okay, get set for the pull aparts. Again, external rotation. Pull the elbows in solid
3,
to the ribs.
2,
Don't let them
1.
flare out
Pull
as you
apart.
pull. Okay? Even a slightest bit. Tuck, 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 tuck. And that tucking of the elbows should come from squeezing your shoulder blades tight. Okay? Very good. All the way through. All the way through.
That's halfway.
Good.
Three, 2,
Nice work.
1. Transition to hammer.
All right.
curl.
Get ready for the hammer curls. Again, this one's thumbs up, so that's why we use a towel, or you can do the same thing as the palms together, just this time
3,
you're pressing
2,
down, pulling up with
1.
the thumbs up.
Hammer curls.
Okay, push down, press up. Firm squeeze as hard as you can, driving all the way through it. Okay, doing your absolute best. Your best. Tall and tight.
That's halfway.
Re-squeeze. Firm compression, butt, belly, bra strap. Get them tight. All the way through.
Three, 2,
Good, ladies.
1. Transition to tricep press down.
Okay, Tricep press down. Last one of the round.
3,
Do your best.
2,
Butt cheeks tight.
1. Tricep press down.
Clinch that penny right away. Hold your body firm. Elbows squeezing into the ribs. Nice and tight. Firm, firm, firm. Do your best. All the way through.
That's halfway.
Very good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
Hi. How are you?
Sterling, you're kind of a Mr. Fix-It, right? You want to look at our dryer?
Jeez.
3, 2,
Hey,
1. Press.
congratulations.
Good, good, good.
Good.
All right, long rest. Yeah, that thing's getting worse.
Yeah.
I think it's...
I don't know if it's
it sounds like the belt.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
That's halfway.
I'm Faye. I'm Lauren. All right.
Yeah.
I'll do my best to remember. Okay. No,
Yeah,
it's
so
perfect.
I can't tell, because it is, like, if it gets going, it starts to work better and then it doesn't squeal as much, like once it's warm. So I just can't tell if the belt is that,
2, 1.
if we just need a new belt that'll work, or if something got sticky on there. Good fix. Good fix, Sterling. Appreciate that.
3, 2,
Something
1.
squeaks, just close the door, ignore it.
Hey, man, that one might be 2 doors.
Yeah.
No, but my husband's second. He'll take a hammer
Whack it.
and whack it.
There you go. It's one way to handle things.
Fixes everything.
Hammer and duct tape. If the hammer happens to break
That's
something, you got your duct tape to fix it.
I was looking for an appropriate birthday card for Jackson, and I saw one, but it's not the perfect birthday card because it doesn't have duct tape in it.
Good work, ladies. This is our last round, so do your absolute best. Remember,
2, 1. Transition to chest press.
we want to be able to grow our abilities box, right? So what we're capable of doing physically grows and shrinks, right? It
3,
shrinks when we don't
2,
challenge,
1.
but it grows
Chest
when
press.
we do. Right? So we want to push against the borders of that abilities box. So if you're sitting there going, oh, this is really tough, and I don't think I can even get one more, you're at the right spot. Try. Get just a little bit more out of it, more than what you think, right? Squeeze firm, firm,
That's
firm.
halfway.
Good, tight squeeze, shoulder blades down and back, core compressed. Hold firm.
3, 2, 1. Transition to biceps curl.
Good. Okay, get ready for bicep curls. Again, palms
3,
together, crush
2,
the almond.
Biceps curl.
Squeeze it tight, tight, tight. Good. Core compressed, butt cheeks tight, tight, tight. Squeezing firm.
That's halfway.
Very good. All the way through. Tight squeeze, tight squeeze. Again, working through that spinal bracing,
3,
pressing that core,
2,
holding the butt cheeks
1.
tight.
Transition to triceps overhead press.
Okay, triceps up overhead. Squeeze nice and firm.
3, 2,
Focus on the shoulder
1.
blades.
Triceps overhead.
Get those down and back. Down and back, down and back. Do your best all the way through. All the way through. Good, tight squeeze. Okay, I want you to re-squeeze, ladies. Re-squeeze.
That's
Butt,
halfway.
belly. Firm compression all the way. Again, trying to get the shoulders out of the ears. Reset those shoulders.
3,
Again, tight.
2, 1.
Awesome.
Transition to fly.
Very good. Okay, get ready for the fly. Okay, on the fly. On the fly, we want to make sure our spine is not moving. So when you squeeze those arms together,
2,
brace
1.
your spine. That's where your core compression is going to do the best for you, right? If you continue to flex your spine while you move, you're going to continue to create this grind in your low back. Okay? So that's the importance of the core through movement. As you create a push-pull
That's
of
halfway.
any kind, compress. Hold that spine nice and flat. Okay? And maybe not necessarily flat, but hold it solid, right? Should just be solid.
3, 2,
Good.
1. Transition to pull apart.
Awesome.
Three, 2, 1. Pull apart.
Okay, again, tall, tall, tall. Core compressed. Shoulder blades down and back. Good, firm squeeze.
That's halfway.
Do your best. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Core tight, core tight. Shoulder blades, pinch them. Almost done, ladies. Do your best.
2,
Do
1.
your best.
Transition to hammer curl.
Awesome. Okay, into the hammer curls. Just a couple more. Okay, thumbs up. How much do you love this exercise? 2 thumbs up.
2,
Booyah.
1. Hammer curls.
Marsha was quick on the draw there. It's funny, Mike has double jointed in his thumb. So every time he goes to give you a thumbs up, his thumb's like crooked. Crooked sideways. It's so funny. He's a cute kid. Again, tall, tight, tall,
That's
tight.
halfway.
Butt, pinch the penny. Gut, getting punched. Squeeze your bra strap. Okay, tight, tight, tight. All the way through. Doing your absolute best through these exercises. Because I know you can.
3,
We're
2,
almost there.
1. Transition to tricep press down.
Wonderful. Okay, tricep press down. Last one of the day, ladies. Do your best all the way through. Make sure you get a good, tight squeeze, especially against the
2,
ribs.
1.
Okay?
Tricep press down.
Flatten a piece of, or flatten an orange with the armpits, right? Put that orange in the armpits right here. Squeeze nice and tight to the ribs. Straighten those elbows. Okay, good squeeze. Firm, 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 firm.
That's halfway.
Good compression. Hold tight, tight, tight. Butt cheeks. Firm squeeze. Again, doing your best all the way through. Your best.
3, 2, 1.
Good.
Way to be rock star.
Well, that was fantastic, ladies. Very good work. Appreciate you being here. Remember, please subscribe to the channel. It really makes a big difference for us, so we appreciate you doing that. As well, tomorrow will be a leg day, so make sure you return for a leg workout. The whole point of the way we have this designed is a Monday through Friday workout that engages your body and your brain to focus on how you're moving in order to apply that to your day. So be sure to join in each day and continue to apply better body movement through your day. We are going to jump back into the self-massage work, so make sure you do that because it helps to restore balance to the rest of the tissue. Have a wonderful day. I will see you again tomorrow. We're here to help you move well so you live well.
For the foot, we're going to be looking at 4 different layers of muscle tissue. We'll begin with the most superficial ones. This initial layer is where we will focus first, with the bulk of our work being done on the flexor digitorum brevis. On the inside of the foot near the arch and heel is the abductor hallucis, and on the outside near the heel, the abductor digiti minimi. The second layer is made up of the quadratus plantae and the lumbricals. The lumbricals are intertwined with the tendons of the flexor digitorum longus. The third layer of muscle tissue is important when concerning pain at the ball of the foot. Here, the focus is on the flexor hallucis brevis, flexor digiti minimi brevis, adductor hallucis, the oblique head, and the transverse head. We're going to begin our work with a lacrosse ball right next to the wall. Place your foot beside the wall and start with the lacrosse ball near the front of the foot or the ball of the foot. Slowly press your foot over the ball, moving the ball towards the heel. Once you reach the heel, continue your pressure directly into the tissue connecting to the heel. As you stand still with pressure, pull the toes up, then flex them down into the floor. Continue this process for 2 to 3 rounds, then proceed to work on the ball of the foot, stopping incrementally to flex the toes and relax. This process should take anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes to work your way all the way back to the heel, stretching the fascia on the bottom of the foot. Be sure to use firm pressure as you flex the toes and pull them up. Be sure to breathe and relax as you work the ball towards the heel. Next, we're going to use a bouncy ball near the ball of the foot, in the arch, and near the heel. The point of this is to push with even pressure into the floor, allowing your foot to collapse or fold over the ball for 20 to 30 seconds. Then, lift your foot, move the ball to a new area, and begin to stand again with even pressure on both feet. Even pressure means do not lean away from the pressure, but keep the pressure on both feet for 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat this process 6 to 7 times all over your left and then right foot. You can work from the ball of the foot all the way towards the heel. Remember to relax and stand evenly on the ball. The final layer of muscle tissue is between the metatarsals, called the plantar interossei. These are small muscles, but powerful for squeezing the foot tight. Work each finger between each toe until you have reached the webbing. It may take you some time to get to this point because it is an extreme stretch. Regardless of how deep you get your fingers into your toes, create a squeeze on the ball of the foot, creating separation of the metatarsals. Begin to move the foot back and forth, creating a big stretch. You will continue this anywhere from 30 to 40 seconds. Using the fingertips, we will begin working the top of the foot. Bend the toes up and press your fingers between the toes up the foot toward the ankle. This will create greater relaxation of the muscles that hold the toes together. Repeat this process 6 to 7 times, then return to the pivoting motion back and forth on the ball of the foot.